In 2008, the PGA first presented the Patriot Award at our annual meeting. It follows the inspiration of Patriot Golf Day, founder and PGA member Major Dan Rooney, who was our first award honoree. The Patriot Award recognizes a PGA professional who personifies patriotism through the game of golf and demonstrates unwavering commitment and dedication to the men and women who protect our country. This year, we are proud to honor PGA professional John Kennedy of the Metropolitan section. John is the most deserving recipient of the Patriot Award, and as you'll see that through this video.
It's a beautiful day here at Westchester Country Club.
Everything is big at Westchester Country Club. 36 holes, nearly 1,000 members, and one man's heart.
So he's been a beacon for us, a way of us reaching out into communities.
I've never seen John not help somebody that needed help.
He's somewhere between a priest and a warrior.
For John Kennedy, a 36-year PGA member celebrating his 22nd season at the club, his motivation to help those who serve can be traced to a chance encounter with a Vietnam vet.
DUANE was a licensed vendor on the streets of Manhattan.
The idea of, whoa, golf clubs in Times Square? What's the gimmick?
I was able to give him some golf clubs for sale, and we developed a friendship.
Throw in the water like this. We've had a Vietnam veterans golf outing for the last 17 years, and John has contributed to that.
Then came 9/11. The club lost 5 members, but through the healing process, found their soul.
Never forget is way more than a slogan. They lived that.
The connection between the Westchester Country Club members, myself, and the troops and their families is something that's very deep and very strong.
We started by inviting, a few years ago, troops to play golf with us on the weekends.
The officers who have come here feel like this is a little bit of a second home.
I think he enjoys seeing the smile when he says, "Tell you what, why don't you go into the pro shop and grab yourself a hat?"
John has been a difference maker, touching lives in a variety of ways.
I was a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army. I was in a 3rd Special Forces group. I met with John. He explained to me that it's a tough business to get into, and he said, send me your resume. So I sent him my resume. The next day I got a call. I said, come work for me full time.
Spring of 2008, one of my club members, Joe Morrow, was taking a golf lesson. By chance, he said, "Do you have any leftover t-shirts and caps from the Barclays?"
Give me a good price. I'd like to buy them and donate them to the military.
And I said, as luck would have it, Tiger Woods was supposed to play, and he withdrew from the tournament on Friday, so I have a few thousand of everything left over.
And he thought that was a great idea, but he took it like 4 steps further.
Through golfers in support of the troops, upwards of 15,000 pieces of clothing have made their way to soldiers and their families.
A lot of times the troops' family feel like they're kind of left out. We've gotten letters from privates' wives in Kentucky, and the private's away for 18 months and she gets a $100 golf sweater. And when her husband hears that and he's out in the field, it just feels like his wife and children are being cared for.
When you hear their story, you just sort of wish you could do more.
And more is exactly what John has done.
Last year we raised enough funds that we could fund 2 separate scholarships for children of one of the men who had given their lives in Afghanistan.
It's not just an idea on paper for John. It never has been. He cares deeply about people, and I think that manifests in what we've seen him do for people who are close to the troops who didn't come home.
And now, John is continuing the work of fellow Patriot Award winner Jim Estes by welcoming and instructing disabled veterans.
That's the one thing Jim has taught me. He said, "John, the great thing about golf is that it could be their first step back to feeling good about themselves."
This gives the veterans something else to think about.
And your practice swing you do just like the golf swing. Slow press, hinge, face the target.
I never thought I could play golf. Now that I've got this support group, I'm finding that I can get out there and hit the ball.
Okay, so that time the thumbs came up and the ball went down. You take your 2 thumbs and push down to the ball.
Push down.
Thumbs to the ball.
they're emotionally in a good place. You hear laughter. You hear congratulations for each other's shots.
It's great to laugh again. It really is.
Ah, Lloyd.
Yeah?
Yeah, baby.
I'm hooked.
I got the Patriot Award, but be able to spend time with you is really more of an honor than any honor I'll get. So thank you for everything you've done. There are people who are working in delis that are patriots. It's just that spirit of caring about the fellow American.
It's very nice that the PGA and his fellow professionals recognize his service, not only to the game, but to things that are bigger than the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2012 Patriot Award winner, John Kennedy.
Thank you very much. I'd like to start by, as I was sitting in the back of the room this morning, listening to the past presidents. And some of you I've come to know over my 40 years in the golf business, some I haven't, but it's really a privilege to listen to you talk, and I just encourage you always to be involved because obviously your ideas and your inspiration are important to us as PGA members. To Alan, I saw Alan this morning when I came in, and I just wanted to personally thank him as a PGA member for the work he's done on our behalf, and I think he set a great standard for us. And to Ted and to Derek, good luck to you as you go forward. Who do we honor this morning? We honor the men and women who are giving of themselves so we can have liberty and opportunity. A patriot, a person who loves, supports, and defends his or her country with devotion, valor, strength of mind and spirit, which enables a man to encounter danger with firmness. Our opportunity as PGA members is to support those who have served with valor, our American patriots. This is the most humbling award I've ever received, and I am so grateful I've been given the opportunity to contribute to the welfare of our men and women and their families who have made it possible for all of us to enjoy freedom we have here in America. Thank you to the selection committee and the PGA for this award. I will try to live up to it for as long as I am able. Thanks to my section, the Met section, for nominating me among so many who promote and support the Folds of Honor. Thanks to my staff at Westchester for assisting and supporting our programs and fundraising efforts. In particular, I'd like to thank Barry Triano and Colin Thomas. You saw Colin in the video. Both of them, they were veterans, and they were very enthusiastic when we started our program with the VA in Manhattan to bring the disabled to our course. To my board at Westchester and the entire membership, thank you for always saying yes to our initiatives for our troops and their families. You have proved to me that we are a large, caring family, and with your consistent generosity, you have now included many of our patriots in our Westchester family. I would not be able to spend the time I do or do it with this full of heart if it were not for my faith and my family. My wife Eileen, my partner and greatest friend the past 26 years, our son John and daughter Sarah, always supportive of me and caring of others. All three of you inspire me to stand tall each day, and you're always there when I fall and when I need strength. I love you all very deeply. Jesus is the constant light at the end of my tunnel. His life was one of service to his fellow man. May we all better follow his example. My hope is that I can motivate and educate my fellow professionals to better connect their members with the many opportunities that exist to support members of the armed forces and their families. Golfers are generally part of the population that have achieved a measure of success in life, and they recognize the sacrifice of our troops. I feel there is a patriotic, giving feeling our members have to the extraordinary men and women
and that our members would appreciate their golf professionals providing them with giving opportunities. We must take the lead at our clubs to facilitate programs that benefit our troops. The people who have inspired me, Major Dan Rooney, PGA professional and Air Force pilot, whose vision to raise money for the education of children of our injured and fallen heroes has provided hope to hundreds of children of those who have given so much, in some cases the ultimate sacrifice. Major Dan has set a high bar for his fellow PGA professionals, but we should all do what we can over Labor Day weekend for the Folds of Honor. Jim Estes, 2010 Patriot Award winner and good friend, who took the initiative and has trained scores of disabled vets from Walter Reed in the D.C. area. Because of Jim's leadership, we now have a program at Westchester in conjunction with the VA and are training 10 vets with missing limbs. Thank you, Jim, for starting me in a direction that will make my time as a PGA professional of value to these great Americans. To Major Sean Morrow, who served with distinction in Iraq, both before the surge in the Triangle of Death in Fallujah and then in the successful surge. Sean and his wife Megan and fellow officers at West Point have helped me distribute over 10,000 articles of new Pro Shop clothing to troops and their families. Initially to Baghdad, then to Fort Benning, Fort Hood, Fort Drum, and other military bases throughout our country. I'd also like to thank Joe Morrow, Sean's uncle and WCC member, who co-founded our foundation and has provided significant funding. I'm blessed to be at a large, caring club which provides me special access and opportunity. But I believe each of us has the opportunity at our clubs and an obligation based on this opportunity to spend time giving back to those who have given so much to us. Make Patriot Weekend a special weekend at your club. Consider getting involved with golfers in support of the troops and sending remaining Pro Shop clothing to armed forces bases. Contact your local VA and establish a program that works for you and your club. And if I can be of any assistance to anybody in this room or listening, please contact me at Westchester. I'd be happy to spend some time with you. I am proud to be a member of the PGA, an organization that has shown that saying thank you is no longer enough. Let us all say thank you in our actions as we support our American patriots and their families. I'd like to thank everybody for this opportunity, this forum to share my thoughts and feelings. May God bless all those who've worn the uniform. They all deserve his blessings. Thank you.